This is actually Starlord, aka Austin, aka Austin, and welcome back to my channel. And this is KO issue 2. And KO issue 2 is pretty much like this. So you have Lobo, you have Superman, you have Harley Quinn, and Wonder Woman. And it starts off as the game night again, I guess. So the game night is like kind of like a, I guess, kind of foreshadowing what this tournament is, I guess, from what I'm understanding. Um, so you get everyone in just like space. Then you get Lobo, Wonder Woman, I think, Cyborg, Superman, and then they go off of the weapons and stuff that they have. Batwoman's in here. So you have Blue Beetle's Scarab, you have the Golden Sword, you have Atom Belt, you have the Mother Box, you have Thor's hammer, which I don't know why they're not getting. I mean, I guess now that they're working with Marvel, so that's allowed. But before, they probably would get like sued. But there is more than one Thor out there. You have the speed ring, you have the power rings, the Speed Force ring, and also the Soul Sword, and different other weapons they can use. You have all these people, all these players right here, all the DC superheroes right there, and villains. And it's basically a full-out brawl, basically. I'm not gonna go through all the heroes and villains, but it's basically a full-out brawl. And my favorite thing is the Joker. Two favorite things here. The Joker got the Adam Belt, made himself bigger, and then he says later on in the comic, "I love when people fight for me, when they fight over me." And then you see Superman obviously only fighting Lex Luthor. Like there's not other people to fight, you know. Um, so there's that, you know. And then Lobo getting a Venom belt from like Bane, and him becoming being a giant like the cover. And then you have Starro taking over some of the Justice League characters, and it says Starro Star Wars League Attack. And basically, oh, here we go. And this is where I was saying, like here, the Joker says, "I love when they fight over me." See, there's that clip. There's a panel I was talking about. But basically, this is just a whole big giant fight amongst everyone. And I mean, I can't really say too much. I mean, I'm not gonna like. And you have the power. Then you have, I think, the Love Lantern or something like that. Have the power rings, and then Lex Luthor has the black power ring to bring back people from the dead, and to have this battle with everyone else. And then you still have the game night right there, and you have him holding the kryptonite, and then Superman saying, "I'm Superman. I'm more powerful than you, Lex Luthor," even with that black power ring. And then you have six champions going forward to the next tournament. Booster Gold talking to this alien, and that's pretty much the in there. The next issue is tag team. So I didn't really go through it like I do with the other comics because I mean KO is pretty much simple. It's a whole bunch of DC characters and superheroes fighting against villains. Villains probably teaming up with other villains against the heroes in a tournament style because they even mention it in KO Nights about who Batman asked the question who won the tournament. And it's just pretty much a tournament thing, a tournament going on with the DC and DC villains. And it's just a string through it through, but I like how it tells a story. It's not a lot of talking, it tells a story. And I like the combinations. The two things I got out of this is Lobo being having uh having I just said it, Bane's powers, and then the Joker getting so big and then saying I love when they fight over me. and he's talking about the Bat Family and some other and another DC character. It's so cool and so awesome to have um these characters, fight and then against amongst each other as a tournament style. They should have done this a long time ago. I mean, they had Crisis on Infinite Earths, all that stuff, different ones, um, different big giant DC events. But this has to be one of my favorite ones because a tournament style is cool. Like Super Smash is done. I mean, they do Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Super Smash Brothers Melee, Super Smash Brothers with with Nintendo characters and non-Nintendo characters come. Um, you know, do a beat 'em up style video game tournament kind of thing. You can do tournaments on there. But you can also have your favorite characters fight off with each other. Street Fighter and Marvel Capcom. I mean, Marvel and Capcom with Street Fighter and Marvel characters. I know they have some DC characters in Mortal Kombat and other like other characters. They had I think they had Ninja Turtles. I think they had Peacemaker, Superman, and Batman on there before. You also had Injustice League video game where you can play villains and superheroes and all that stuff. So this is kind of cool in the comic book form, which I'm trying to say is DC needs to make more video games like this and more comic books like this, um, because it's kind of cool and kind of interesting. But that's all I gotta say about this. And this has been KO KO issue 2. I don't want to go rambling on, but that basically is the big things in here. Everyone's facing off, but the big thing is Lobo. Lobo is on the Supergirl uh, trailer, which I will still talk about as well. I'm a little bit late on doing some videos, but I will talk about my feelings about the trailer probably somewhere this week. I meant to talk about it last week, but everything went so fast. I will talk about some of this week and tell you how you guys I feel about that. But Lobo was in there, but Lobo became pretty much Bane in this, and Joker is Joker just had the playing field to grab that belt, and then same Lex Luthor grabbing the Black um, Lantern ring. That's pretty impressive for his character. And Superman shooting out Darkseid's laser eyes. That's pretty cool. So whatever you can win, whatever you can do to win a competition, whatever you can win to do a turn, whatever you can do to win a tournament to move on to the next level when there's 6 champions, that's just great. So we'll see how this goes. So this has been KO. This has been DC's KO issue 2. If you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and deuces.